How do you make sure you offer the same quality everywhere?
Working across different countries and different cultures requires us to be very flexible. In the Middle East, for example, ladies have a space, a social space.
What was the biggest challenge in your business?
I was outside of my comfort zone most of the day, week, month, year. I feel that I'm always learning.
Mervyn, I'm very glad to be interviewing you today. You are the chairman of Trainers Board at LBC.
Yes, that's right, and thanks for inviting me.
Thank you. So tell me more about yourself and why did you choose LBC? Tell me what makes it attractive to you.
LPC is a great training business because of the companies and delegates that we get involved with. The organisations that send their people to us are very demanding and high quality, and they challenge us to be the best that we can be delivering training to them.
Oh, amazing. So they are, as I heard, like managers, sometimes CEOs. So
yes, we deal with a range of delegates from the boardroom right down to operational level. Our main focus is at managerial level, as you can imagine, because that particular part of the organisation is where we think that we can make the biggest difference.
Oh, amazing. So, Mervyn, how do you make sure that your courses are really helping people in their jobs?
That's a good question. I mean, we really work hard at making the training as practical as possible, whilst giving people the theoretical grounding in order to make decisions in real time when they get back at work.
Oh, that's very interesting. As we know, and as I know personally, you work in different countries, like LPC has different bases in different countries. So, how do you make sure you offer the same quality everywhere?
Well, again, working across different countries and different cultures requires us to be very flexible and experienced and knowledgeable about those cultures. If you think about people's attitude towards time, is very different in the UK and America as it is to Africa and perhaps some parts of Asia.
Yeah.
And we have to be very flexible in our approach to people so that we deliver courses and content that suits that audience.
Oh, nice. So you study the culture of each country before you start the courses there? Is that what do you mean?
Well, when I first started out, I did do some research, but of course there's nothing quite like experience. And you will know that in the Middle East, for example, ladies have a space, a social space of their own personal space, which when I first visited the Middle East, I was less aware of, but very quickly became aware. And people were very kind and would point out, don't get so close and don't use your left hand and in handing things to people and those sorts of things. So we learn by doing, don't we, best.
Yes, that's very interesting. So let's talk now about your business. What was the biggest challenge in your business and how did you solve it?
Well, the biggest challenge, moving into this training and development field was gaining credibility and finding customers that would take a chance on somebody new and learning the trade as well at the same time. So those were the three challenges: is being credible enough that people would buy your service as a trainer, and being able to learn and grow personally as well as grow the business, and yes, if you speak to people close to me, they say that I was outside of my comfort zone most of the day, week, month, year.
Oh, and how long did it take you to learn and grow?
I feel that I'm always learning, and I set targets for myself every year to be able to deliver a new course or suite of courses every year, so that now I have a wide portfolio after 25 years. So I have a quite a wide portfolio of topics and courses that I can dip into and run pretty much at a very short notice now. But that's taken me 25 years to get to that point. But I do think that it's important for me to keep learning, because the challenge for me now is to remain relevant, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm old. So remaining relevant, I think, is my challenge.
Yeah, that's fascinating, and you are doing a great job. And in terms of success, do you think success is more about luck or hard work?
Well, I'm going to change your frame of reference, really, because what is success? Success for some people, when you think about success, they think of big cars, big houses, long holidays, and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been privileged enough to define my own success rather than what other people define as success.
And how do you define success?
Loving what you do.
Oh, nice.
And doing what you love. Because I don't think of this as work.
And what about earning enough money? Because a lot of people nowadays, or let's say the majority, think that success is about earning a lot of money.
Yeah, I think you've got to pay the bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
And doing what you love and nobody wants what you do, that's no good. You need to find something that you love doing, that the world needs and will pay for.
And what if you don't find it? Like, some careers are very competitive. You know that.
Yes, I mean, and again, so the frame of reference about competition is really a false one, because when we compete, we either win or lose. And you have to change that frame of reference to a more developmental approach of continuous development and improvement, rather than win-lose. So if I define everything, if I started out by defining everything as I either fail or succeed, well, at the start I would have given up, because I was always failing, right?
Yeah.
And so by redefining it as learning rather than failing, I then grew.
Oh, that's an interesting point of view. I really wish everyone can absorb it and follow it in their life.
Well, I mean, a great resource, and he's a really good communicator as well, is Simon Sinek. Have you heard of Simon Sinek? He's all over YouTube and Instagram, etc. And he talks about the infinite game, where most people are playing the finite game of winning or losing, but there is no winning business, right?
Yeah, I will definitely follow him and listen to what he says. It looks amazing what he's saying. So, in terms of your life and practical life, what was the best advice have you ever received?
Well, that's a tough one. One of the first pieces of advice as a manager I was given was when I was at an exhibition and my name got called out over the PA, that I needed to go to the kiosk and find a phone to ring a customer. And as I started to move very fast towards the kiosk, somebody stopped me and said, "Merv, always walk towards a problem, never run."
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
that's what I do every
Are you
single
still
time.
following this advice?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So you deep into the problem and
Just
you
walk
know.
towards the problem, don't run towards it. Just
Oh, I really like that. And in terms of your business, what was the toughest decision you had ever to make as a leader?
So as a leader, you're confronted by business decisions all the time. I found the toughest decisions was laying people off or sacking somebody. I viewed sacking somebody as a leadership failure, to be honest, that actually it's my fault,
Oh,
and
I
yet they're
see.
paying the price.
And you are feeling guilty about it.
Well, yeah, because if you've either recruited the wrong person, or you've recruited the right person and put them in the wrong job, or you've misled them, mismanaged them, something along the line has gone wrong, and it's maybe it's not their fault,
Yeah,
but it ends up being a business decision where they pay that price.
yeah. So we are now living in a world where AI becomes a big part
Yeah.
of our lives.
Yeah.
So do you think AI is replacing trainers and teachers, or will it push them to be even better?
The short answer is it will push us to be even better. I'm old enough to remember when computers really came into the workplace and everybody said it's going to take our jobs. The internet was going to take our jobs, and now AI is going to take our jobs. And yet here we are, we've still got our jobs. The people that adapt and use AI productively without it de-skilling them, my worry for people is that it de-skills them rather than enhances them. So in terms of productivity, yes, great, let's do that. But remember that if it's going to de-skill you and AI is really in the front of things, then why do we need you, right?
Yeah, so you think AI is a threat to education, or it could be as a tool?
It's a tool. No, it's a tool. Right now it's a tool. Right now it's narrow intelligence that we're talking about rather than super intelligence, which is where we're headed. That's when they talk about AI, they're really talking about this end game of super intelligence. I only know a little bit about AI. I'm not an expert, but what I do know is that we're at the beginning of things, which means that it can only get better.
Yeah.
And if we use it as a tool for productivity and quality and all of those good things, it should make us more productive. At the moment, it's about asking the right questions in the right way of ChatGPT, etc. And of course, in our field, as a trainer, I would like to think I can ask higher quality questions than a non-trainer.
So Mervyn, what does an effective leader do?
Great question. As opposed to an ineffective leader, right? And so what does an ineffective leader do? An ineffective leader manages rather than leads. And what is the difference? The difference in time sense is a manager manages the here and now, whereas a leader is always thinking about the future. An effective leader thinks about results today, because leadership is about results.
Yeah.
And if you don't get those results, you could well be out of a job. So it's about getting results today whilst keeping an eye on the future. And how do I get results today whilst keeping an eye on the future? And that's about achieving the task today, developing a high-performing team, And you don't get a high-performing team without high-performing individuals.
Yeah.
And there are forces within those three things that are either pulling you towards the team and away from the task, or towards people and away from the team. And it's not straightforward.
Yeah.
However, we do know that if a task-oriented leader or two task-oriented leader, their results over time will plateau out because the task is becoming bigger, more challenging, more difficult, and yet the resources are remaining the same or fewer, right?
Oh, nice. Do you think anyone could be a leader? Because we are in an era now where everyone around me wants to be CEO. Do you think everyone can be? We are surrounded by a lot of numbers of startups everywhere. So do you think anyone can be a leader?
So there's two parts to that. There's can anyone be a leader, or are they born, or can we nurture it? And I believe that we can nurture leadership. But also inherent in your question is, another question is, everybody who wants to be a leader, do you think they should be? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people who want to be a leader don't want what goes with leadership, which is responsibility and accountability.
Yeah, maybe they just need the title of being a leader.
Correct. And true leadership is about accountability and responsibility and collaboration, teamwork.
Yeah,
all
definitely.
Of those things.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of leaders, in inverted commas, who are none of those things. They do not want to be accountable.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They don't want that responsibility, right?
Yeah.
They give it to everybody else but not themselves.
Yeah. Mervyn, it was a pleasure for me meeting you today and interviewing you.
Thank you.
We learned a lot from you, and I think everyone needs to listen to what you say.
Thank you. So, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Look forward to seeing you again soon. Maybe.
Yeah, hopefully next time we're gonna discuss this, like a different questions, different conversation.
I'll be delighted.
Thank you,
right.
Me as well. Thank you.